actually didn't mean to do that.
What?
Change that.
Oh.
Oh well.
There we go. Let's check the sound. That sound good?
Yeah, I don't know why that fan has to blow all the time though.
The only time it'll stop is when I unplug it, I think. That sound good? That sounds good.
It's because it's doing a lot of things.
There we go. I thought it did, but maybe not. Maybe it's just coincidence because they're always like done with it.
What is it
When I
doing?
unplug it.
Oh, I didn't even send it out. Sorry, I was very focused in this moment. Let me go back. Let's see.
Uniontown, Pennsylvania? I haven't seen that. I'll have to look it up.
Oh,
How are you guys?
welcome. We're just trying to get everything set up.
Hi, Cece. How are you? How you been?
Oh, let me. Already clicked 40.
Hello, Abby. How's it going?
Hi.
We don't have cameras falling everywhere tonight. Like we did in the car.
Oh my god, what a nightmare.
That was a nightmare.
A multitask.
Yeah, Cece, we doing good. Just tired, that's all. Doing good.
Where is my logo on YT? Oh, there we go. Got it.
Whoa, what happened?
I'm trying to make sure I have all my tabs open.
This one went away. Oh, no, it came
Sorry.
back. I was like, what happened?
There you go.
Okay.
I don't know why this one's small now, though. I didn't do that.
Have you guys watched anything on the Savannah Soto case at all? Since they're currently in trial.
Oh my gosh, I need to go to bed. This whole time I thought I had changed it on the screen for them, and I didn't change it on the screen for them. I thought it had something else.
Oh.
Hold, please. There we go.
Oh,
All
there
right.
we go.
We're going to let you guys vote for which case you want to talk about first. I'm going to put this over here.
March Madness, that's me.
Welcome in, you guys. We're excited to hang out for a little while.
I'm gonna text Kayla. Where's she at?
Oh, is she running again? We're going to do a podcast episode this week on Savannah Soto, but we're also really interested in these other cases.
Yeah.
A couple of them someone sent to us on YT because we were talking about Missy Beavers, and they were like, these are interesting, you should look at these. We have one vote for Jennifer Kessie.
What?
Christina joined our fan club for 100 days.
Let's go.
I went from hearing about everything to basketball. I haven't seen any basketball stuff on my FYP. Mine's only crime cases. Any other votes? Ooh.
Oh, weird. What case is that, Abby? Because that's really interesting.
looks like Kessie might be the winner right now. I don't know why that keeps doing that. All she said is 2 babies in the town of Norwalk and didn't go looking. Interesting.
I'll have to look it up.
Let's see. Let me pull up my Jennifer Kessie slide. I think that the reason that we were sent these cases, the Jennifer Kessie and the Berry and Honey one,
I don't know any of these. Just pick one.
because we were talking about Missy Beavers and also Nancy Guthrie and how there's like actual footage of the person and they still can't figure out who did it and how like frustrating that is because Missy Beavers has been like 16 years. Is it 16?
It was 2016 when it happened. So
10 years.
Yeah.
I was
like,
thinking
I don't know
number
what year it is.
16.
I don't know. Yeah, that's good.
But so yeah, it's frustrating because there's footage. So this person was like, look these 2 up because there's footage in there too. That's pretty frustrating.
I think her case is very interesting. We should do that.
So what?
We should do one a live on hers too, again.
Missy Beavers.
Did we do one fully on her before?
I don't think so.
And we're gonna do one like, hello Vanessa, how are
Hey
you?
Vanessa.
We should do one like with that and just with the footage too, like so everybody can see it all at once.
Yes, Missy Beavers was the fitness instructor. She was setting up for a class, and someone came in and attacked her.
Or someone was already there.
Yeah, and attacked her, and they have it all on footage, and they still, to this day, have not had any arrests.
A lot of people say that it was a robbery gone wrong, and some people say that it was targeted. And it's hard to say, but I just think it's insane that, like, literally, like, this person had such a bizarre gait. Like they had just had, like, foot surgery or knee surgery or something like that. Like, it was... Yeah, we have it on our YT channel. If you look up our YT under Missy Beavers, we kind of analyzed a little bit. There was a few. Also on TikTok, she's made a few where you, like, she slowed down the video and zoomed in and stuff on the gate.
I have my own opinions about Missy Beavers now. I think there's definitely something being covered up.
Hello,
Hi.
how's it going?
Hey, Lindsay. I think the Missy Beavers case, there's something definitely being covered up. And it's because when I sent in a request for the public information, they told me no. And then I requested just the index because there's no reason to say no to that. And I was like, that's fine, I'll just take the index. And they still got an attorney involved so that he can tell me no. And it's public information, so I don't know, anytime you have kind of like a kickback like that, it makes me suspicious. So I'm a little suspicious of that one. But this is Jennifer Kessie that we have on the screen. We'll tell you about her. And we have pictures of the footage. But these are cases that we're learning about too, so we're digging. So if you guys have any information, we would love for you to share it with us. But these are kind of like the Missy Beavers case in the way that they're unsolved. There's ample proof of, like, that there's a person there. Like, you can see them on the footage, but they're still unsolved. So, Jennifer Kessie her body has not been found, and no evidence of where she might be, and it's been 20 years.
Congrats on 100 minutes of us live.
Watched our live for 100 minutes. Let's see, I'm trying to pull up my details. So she was 24. She was a University of Central Florida grad, and she was working she was working in finance at a title company. Sorry. And from what we read, she had been in Tampa visiting her boyfriend, but she actually lived in Orlando. So she had just gotten back home from a visit, and she was expected to be at work the next morning. And then she didn't show up to work the next morning. So at first they didn't have anything. They didn't know like where she went. They didn't have anything, and then they found her car at a completely different apartment complex. And when they pulled the security, they saw someone parking her car and walking away from her car. So they have that person on surveillance, and they've never been able to identify them. They said they found DNA in her car, and it is a male profile, but they don't, that's all they have. It didn't match. Like, they don't have a match for it. But this is the footage from the surveillance, and they said it's very frustrating because their face is hidden by the fence rails. Like,
I don't know why I
what?
did that. Turn up the volume. Like,
Well, actually, that might change it. I don't know.
We'll see.
But their face is hidden by the fence rails as they're walking, so you can never see their face. Vanessa said, loved every minute.
Aw.
That case is haunting.
Yeah, I haven't really did a deep dive on this case. Like, we literally just kind of was looking at this one, but I would like to. This one's very interesting because it happened in 2006. So you can only imagine what the footage looked like in 2006. You know, just some of these cold cases. You know, these missing cold cases really just get the best of my thinking, and especially when they're like, you have the surveillance, but like, now that we have the ability to have technology to have like the really good surveillance, like, invest in that. Jesus, like, I hope these companies invest in that, because you know how many cases we could solve, you know, moving forward with having good surveillance. I mean, obviously you're going to run into cases like Nancy Guthrie where, you know, they're completely covered and it's really hard to tell, but still, I mean, cases like this, like, we need that so badly.
This one, they know that it wasn't about robbery because all of her stuff was in her car. Her computer was even still in her car. There's no sign of a struggle at her apartment. Her bed's made, like, nothing's missing. It's just very, very odd.
So, wait, her stuff was in her apartment? Is that right? So
and her computer and stuff. She had some things in her car, too.
So she comes home. She literally goes inside not that long, I'm assuming, right? Was it that
Vanessa
long, or
says they were working on her building her complex when she went missing. Sorry. It was really hard for me to get that out.
So she goes into her regular apartment, right? Like, so she gets home. So it seems like she's not there long. Is that, I haven't really looked at the timeline, but like, it seems like she gets there and then puts her stuff down.
So she was supposed to. Let me pull back up the timeline. She got home from her trip at like 10 to 11 p.m.
Okay.
Unloads her car, goes to bed. The next morning, she leaves for work around 7 to 8 a.m., or that's her normal routine. Her last contact was text with her boyfriend and calls with her family. They said she was very close with her family. However, she never showed up for work.
Oh, okay.
Coworkers called her, no answer. Boyfriend calls her, no answer. And then the family reports her missing that evening. When they went to her condo, there's no sign of a struggle. Bed made, all of her stuff's there, no forced entry. Her purse, her phone, and her keys were gone, which they later found in her car with her laptop and some other things.
That's interesting.
Actually, no, that's incorrect. They found her laptop and her valuables in her car. Her stuff is missing. It just says stuff, so I'm assuming that's her purse and her phone and those things. So Jennifer and her stuff are missing, but her laptop and her valuables, it
Like,
says,
how?
still in her car.
Like, how? So you're thinking construction worker. I wonder if they do y'all like know if they were questioned or really like dug into?
From what I read on this case, a lot of people were frustrated because they said the beginning investigation there was no like really good door to door or anything like that. They had a slow response. So the family's frustrated because they could have missed witnesses. And if it was a construction worker, somebody that was working on that complex, like, they're only there for a certain amount of time, and then they're, not there anymore.
They could have been from a whole other state.
Mm-hmm.
They probably didn't even live there.
And they have never
But-
found any sign of her.
See, my thing is like I would have all the cadaver dogs. I would have all the missing like dogs, like the dogs out there sniffing. I would have both types of dogs. Yeah, they're long gone.
The newest development, though, and I think the reason that this one kind of like popped back up on the radar is because they announced in January of this year that they're working with an AI firm to enhance and analyze the videos and pictures to try and see if they can get more information about the person. The footage is really grainy, and that person's face is hidden like very well by every slat. So I don't know how they're gonna get it, but I think that they're thinking they're gonna get more of like build, gate, things like that. But I don't really know. Hey Debbie, hey Sarah Lou on the YT.
What up?
Thanks for supporting that channel too. But yeah, so I don't know what they think they're gonna get, but they seem to be hopeful. They said that they're closer than ever. There's also a documentary that's being made. It's targeted for a 2026 release.
And who knows if this person's even still alive? Like, a lot can happen in 20 years.
Crazy. I think that's interesting too because the construction worker theory. I didn't realize that they were working on her house at the time. Also, remind me, I have to tell you something about Ashley Oakland. It just said that they found trace DNA on the steering wheel. I can try to pull it back up. But that it wasn't, they know that it's a male profile, but it wasn't enough to like say or to match anyone. Let's see.
I forgot about these.
Oh. I can't spell. A partial DNA profile was lifted from the car, and it's only described as a partial profile, so it could be touch DNA or just like trace amounts. And there's no full match to any person in any database. Unidentified male DNA is what it says. It's from the interior of her Malibu, but what I read earlier said her steering wheel. But for whatever reason, early on they kept it from the family. It says no public confirmation of semen, blood, hair, or other specific biological fluids. Just touch or trace DNA. Yes, the boyfriend was ruled out. He was actually in Tampa. Like, could prove that he was in Tampa. Christina said, what you got today?
Nerds.
So, I think that that's what
did
they
it
were...
say about 19 genetic things?
Where? Oh, from 19 genetic markers to 26 markers now. So, they have better profiling and potential matches. It says, what? The family stated this year that new testing on the DNA has helped narrow the list of persons of interest to a few individuals that they're focusing on heavily. And then they're also working with that AI firm to relook over the footage and get a better idea of the images. So they're saying that it's no longer cold and that they feel like they're close to identifying someone. Yeah, I mean, and you definitely don't want to give false hope to the family either, so...
I'm going to pull up a bigger image or something.
Of the security, I can pull it, or I can make it bigger, hold on. I forget which screen I'm on, hold on. Oh, it's this one. Actually, how did I do that last time? I think I actually did it on Canva. And we had... Let's see. Which
Wow.
one? The one that's this one?
Whichever
Which
one's
one?
the most clear. Probably this one right here. Mm.
Well, let me bring it to the front.
You did it on the side, didn't you?
Is that a little easier to see for you guys? Or do you want it even bigger?
Bigger.
I don't know. To me, it looks like they have a low bun, but it said it was
That's
a
what I
male.
was looking at.
It looks like a girl to me, but it says it's a male DNA
Looks like a
profile.
pulled tight bun. That was like a pulled tight bun to me. I don't know.
The fence posts are infuriating because every time, like, there's no spot where you can see their face. It's blocked by a fence post every time. But to me, it looks like a girl with a bun.
Nerds.
No,
You want to count? Would you count?
okay. It does kind of look like a uniform too, like cargo pants. To me,
This looks like a big foot. though.
that's thick post. How annoying! So annoying.
What do you say was a bigger foot though?
Yeah, I mean it is a pretty big foot. Let's try the darker one because this one's kind of like edited a little bit. Let's see. We can see maybe a little bit more. I don't know. To me, it looks like a bun, but maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's like the back of a hat or something. We're talking about Jennifer Kessie right now. We have a few cases that are unsolved that we were looking at tonight, but this one got voted as the first one. So we're looking at Jennifer Kessie. Backwards hat. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. I see that. I don't know, my brain automatically
Not immediately.
my brain automatically went to a bun. What? I don't think any of the other pictures are like any clearer. That bottom one is not very clear at all. Yeah. I don't know what to do about it. Can't see it on there though.
Oh, okay.
It's blocked out on the top. Jennifer Kessie has been missing and no trace of her has been found for 20 years. She was living in Orlando, Florida, and she had visited her boyfriend in Tampa over the weekend, came back home to Orlando, went inside, unpacked all of her stuff, got up the next morning to head to work, and had communicated that to people, that she was headed to work, but she never made it to work. They did find her car a little bit later, like after she was reported missing, in a random apartment complex parking lot, parked crooked. They pulled the surveillance and they saw someone parking her car and walking away from her car. So that's what we're looking at, is like the pictures of that person from the surveillance. They did lift partial male DNA from her car, but they have never found any sign of her. There was no sign of a struggle. Her valuables were still there. Quite a few cases. Oh, yeah. So the reason that we pulled these cases is because someone on YT, they were suggested on YT because we were talking about Missy Beavers, and they were saying like these are infuriating in the same way, and Nancy Guthrie, actually, we were talking about that too, like it's infuriating in the same way because there's actual footage of this person and it's still unsolved. They still don't know who did it. This one? Oh my god. This one happened in Orlando. Hi, RC. I get that, Christina. There are some cases where they've used a female. I think maybe my brain was wanting that to be a bun, but now I can see the backwards hat, too.
I think could be a dude with the bun. Could be a really skinny dude with the bun.
True. I think it's interesting to like hear everybody else's perspective on like what they see, because everybody's brain does something different when you look at it. I'm hoping that William hops in at some point because in the group chat earlier, like the fan club group chat, I said we were doing these cases and I was interested to see like what he thought about the pictures because he's pretty good at cleaning them up.
I'm trying to look for it. I want to see if that's the only ones they had, huh?
Okay, Vanessa. They do look young. I guess maybe because they're small, like smaller. Shh, my show is on.
I'm gonna see what I can. I'm gonna see another picture of it too.
But yeah, this one was voted to look at first, so we were just looking at it. But we have a few other ones. We have Sean Doherty pulled to look at. We have Barry and Honey Sherman. We have the Savannah Soto case and Lauren Spirer.
Oh.
Oh.
So they're giving you a different perspective of like, look at the shoe, look at the hat. Could be a different hat. Maybe because me in my mind I'm thinking of a backwards baseball hat, but really, what if it's one of those hats?
That's true. Interesting. What's your personal theory on what happened to Jennifer? Yeah, everyone share your theory on what happened to Jennifer.
Well, look at that hat now.
I think...
Different perspective.
See, I didn't know that they were doing construction on her apartment complex, so that changes the way that my brain's thinking about the case. But if they were doing construction on her apartment complex and she was one of the few people that lived there, and she was leaving her apartment that morning to go to work, but somehow never made it, it sounds to me like someone knew her routine and caught her outside early in the morning.
Oh, I just found something interesting from 5 years ago. Would you like to hear?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a theory from 5 years ago. It's about her disappearance. I just pulled it on Facebook. It says, through forensic overlay and anatomy software, we are 85% sure it is a woman wearing a boiler suit, like painters or forensic crime scene investigators. Longer stride effort makes her look more unnatural in trying to fit in. Using software of the build, if others, the fence height and gaps plus experience, believe the woman is about 5'7" to 5'9", tall, slight medium build, size 7 to 7.5 shoe. She appears to be not wearing a cap, but hair is shorter and appears to be cut like a male. And maybe even wearing a black, how do you say that? The Jewish hat? Kappa? The Jewish hat?
Kippa.
Maybe even wearing a kippa. The Jewish hat. The male type prayer hat. This would give impression of subject being a male. We are not in any way insinuating this person is of Jewish faith, but could be wearing a kippah to hide longer hair. Photo rather grainy and pixelated when trying to define. Also, we believe could be wearing the item to avoid true identity. Age approximately 30 to 35. Again, facial features hard to define, but characteristics more likely as a female mentioned. Police in 2 counties and FBI are involved in some way. With evidence to hand and threats when asking questions. What questions was told, and quote, if I continue my research and investigations, I will end up in the same hole, unquote.
What?
This is from a county sheriff's department. This person who wrote this, it says, I am a retired forensic psychologist and criminologist.
What?
As well as forensic crime scene and behavioral analyst with almost 20 years experience in my field. Never been threatened like that. When I asked for more info on the matter, I have been investigating this case to others concerning same counties for weeks now on pro bono basis. The sheriffs and other offices of law enforcement involved is staggering. After being threatened, I have a bull by the tail, and I am not letting go. Any ideas, assumptions, or evidence will be appreciated. I have only spoken out now due to threats.
Wow.
That was 5 years ago by a man named Dale McGregor.
Interesting.
I thought that was interesting with his background.
Cirque de Maya, this case happened in 2006, so it's 20 years cold. Or it is a cold case of 20 years.
That is wild, though. I didn't realize, like, that's a lot that I researched that.
So
He
he's
did.
saying female in a painter's, in like painting.
He's saying 5 years ago, as of 5 years ago, and everything that he did, he's saying it was 85%. 85%. So that still gives you a good bit of wiggle room that it could be a male.
Mhm.
But with whatever analysis they did, he says it's looking like a boiler suit, like painters or forensic crime scene investigators wear. And he's talking about that longer stride, like effort, like long stride effort makes her look unnatural, like trying to fit in. So is she trying to be a male?
Yeah.
Is she trying to appear like a male, but her body's not lying because she's got a petite build?
Hey,
But-
health and happiness.
But then again, like, he must have zoomed in on the poles and probably got the measurements between then.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? How they do all that crazy stuff where they, like, measure it and then they, like, take it out a little bit? That's how...
That is a big shoe.
That's what I thought. Now, that's what I thought. I thought the shoe was bigger. And honestly, if a female is, like, 5'7" to 5'9", I feel like they're... Exactly. I'm not thinking of 7.5. That's like 5'3", 5'4". Like, you know what I mean? Maybe 5'5", but... I mean, I think that it's more so, like, if you're 5'7" and a 5 to 5'9" female, you're looking at, like, 10 to 12, right? Wouldn't that be right?
Yeah.
What size shoe do you want?
Huh?
Your mama. What size shoe do your mama?
10, 11.
Yeah. Then she's what?
5'10" on one foot, 5'11" on the other.
See? So, yeah, it totally could be. And also, if they are trying to fit a certain persona, they can wear bigger shoes. This is the whole thing that we ran into with, okay, Cupcake says she's 5'7", her shoe size 11, see?
Okay.
So it's totally doable. This person could be 5'9", or 5'8", you know? With a bigger shoe size.
Also, like, you have to think about the angle
Okay, Christina, see?
on the height of the fence. Size 10. I don't know what.
I'm like 5'4", 5'5" on a good day.
I think I'm 5'5".
Yeah.
I usually say 5'6", but I'm not quite 5'6".
I'm like 5'5" and half.
5'7" and 7.5".
I mean, but, you know, like, it could range, right? It definitely ranges, but that shoe definitely looks big. And I'm not saying the foot looks big, I'm saying the shoe looks big. So, but just like the Missy Beavers case, we had the same issue. We're like, why is she wearing boots? I mean, to me, it looked like a female. Had a female gait, had a female persona. Like, I mean, if y'all haven't seen that, oh my gosh. That'll give you the creeps.
As of this month, they have never found her. They have never found any evidence of her anywhere. I was looking while Chloe was reading, and what I'm why was that so loud? And what I'm looking at says that they actually didn't find her car until several days later. So, like, she was reported missing. They didn't find her car until several days later. And they're saying that this person parked her car around 1 to 1:30 p.m. on January 24th, 2006. So between the time that she went missing and when they found her car, who knows what could have happened. It's like unaccounted for hours. But they have not ever found her. And her family has kept her case alive, which is what we were talking about in the Ashley Oakland case. It's so important because they just kept advocating for her and keeping her case alive, and something finally happened. This case has messed with my head for years. I know the ones that are unsolved when it's like all there. I think that's why Missy Beavers haunts me so bad, because I'm like, it's not that big of a place. It's a church where everybody kind of knows everybody, and there's cameras everywhere. They have footage of this person and still to this day don't know. Or Nancy Guthrie, the person's on camera at her front door. That's frustrating because it's like you're staring at the person and you just don't know who they are. I feel like if it was someone I knew, I'd be like, I know that person. Mm-hmm. That's why I feel like in these cases when they can't figure out who it is and they are on footage, like if it were somebody that anyone recognized, like they would say something, I feel, unless they're all covering it up.
Yeah.
I'm in Texas, and that one Missy Beavers, I lose a lot of sleep over that case.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But think about it from this perspective too. Like, I obviously, like, I feel like a lot of us would say that, like, right? Like, if we're looking at this stuff and we see a surveillance, we're like, holy crap, blah blah blah, walks just like that. You know what I mean? But honestly, it's probably those people that, like, you don't expect.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the people that's like your everyday dad, or like your everyday, like, soccer mom, like, you know what I mean, that appears that way. So they would never ever ever think that.
Our super fan Debbie joined.
Hello, Debbie. Kayla's on here too. Kayla, what up?
Hey, Kayla.
Yeah, Missy Beavers has been sitting with me since the first time I heard it a long time ago, and it literally, I'm gonna be so happy. I'm literally gonna celebrate the day that person gets caught, and it's actually that person.
We've been crowdsourcing a lot of information on that case, and we've actually had a lot of tips come in. I'm still frustrated at the police department for not working with me, because to me that doesn't make sense. But we actually have someone right now who's waiting for us to call them with a tip. So we're hoping that goes somewhere. Hey, Debbie. Thanks for supporting over on the YT.
This is interesting. Like, I just pulled up on it's the help and missing, it says help find missing Jennifer Kesse on FB. And it opened up May of 2020. And so I read you what the guy said, that he's a forensic, a retired forensic criminologist and all this stuff. For Missy Beavers, they did at one point, but apparently they ruled him out.
They were able to rule him out with an alibi. And my personal opinion is probably not, like, it's not the same as everyone else, but I don't think it was him. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying I'm not leaning in that direction.
All right. So I want to read you guys another comment on that, on this help find missing Jennifer Kesse. Sometimes you find really interesting facts in comments.
Facebook? Oh, sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that word. Bookface has a lot of stuff. Like, and you can search it. So sometimes you can find really good stuff. You do have to fact check it, but, like...
True, Sarah. That's true. It's just that weird... It was just that right foot to me. It was just that right foot turnout. That's very interesting. That type of gait was very... I don't know. It looked like... knee surgery or something like that, or even ankle surgery, foot surgery.
I still think female.
Yeah.
With a lot of gear on.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah.
That's my opinion.
So I'm gonna read you this comment from this guy that commented on the page Help Find Missing Jennifer Kesse. He says, figure walk straight up, clean gait, confident bearing, long strides. This is no cricket player, because I think at one point in time, I think there's a cricket field or whatever you call it, I don't know, around there that people were playing, and I think someone actually compared it to a cricket player. And this fella, I guess, is a cricket player, and he's like, this is no cricket player. Like, the way they walk, and the way they hold themselves. It says, also, look at time of day. Who saunters in an outfit like this in the middle of the day after just dropping off an unalive person's car? Someone nearby who is not stressed, because it is easy to accomplish. He or she works in the area, and that is how he or she knows Jennifer and where she lives, etc. Another tip by a young girl said that this is a Johnny Rocket uniform. I checked it out, and it is spot on. Not a construction worker, because it was too clean. It was too clean of a white outfit.
Mm.
A pizza worker sounds right. Works with pizza dough in a private pizza place, probably a few blocks away. Pizza dust and dough all over the place, which is why the uniform is all white. This is probably someone who delivered pizza to Jennifer and fell for her right away. Or was rebuffed and then came back for what he believes he deserves and to redeem his broken manhood. Of course, all this is highly speculative, but we have to keep speculating forever if necessary until someone hits play.
I'm gonna see if I can pull up this instead of still pictures. Let's pull up the footage.
This is interesting though. Holy crap.
Because I think the footage shows her car actually being pulled in too. Oh, I clicked it twice. Hi. We've missed you as well.
Nini. How are you?
She said, I don't know about that person's assessment.
I know, I'm like, I mean, it's a different angle. I like listening to all of it.
I'm trying to, this might make sound, but I'm trying to make sure that it is the right thing.
Surveillance footage from that.
Sorry. I just wanted to make sure that it was the right thing before I pulled it over there, because I don't want to pull it over there and it not be the right thing. So now that I know that it is, I'll pull it over so you guys can see it. Let's see. I think I'm getting really good at this.
Surveillance footage from that location revealed a person parking her car and walking away at around noon on the day Jennifer vanished. The video captured the suspect from 3 different angles, but frustratingly, each shot was partially blocked by the complex's ornamental fencing. The figure appeared to be between 5'3" and 5'5", wearing clothes that hid their identity. Even advanced FBI technology failed to determine whether it was a man or a woman. The discovery of Jennifer's car raised countless questions. Why was it left there? Did she know the person who took it? Was she taken by force or lured into a trap?
That wasn't really good footage, was it? I feel like there's a video somewhere of her actual car being driven in. Not really any updates on Nancy Guthrie. They are zeroing in on those same dates that they were looking at in addition to a date in January. There were some weird signs put up there overnight, but the sheriff said that they weren't related to the investigation, even though they had Guthrie on them. You get conflicting reports because sometimes they'll say like, oh, we have so many suspects, and then sometimes the sheriff will say different things than the FBI, or like they'll say different things. So you get conflicting reports, but there's really not a lot happening on it, which I think is very disheartening at this point, because if it's been this many days, like, it's not good news that they don't have anything. I've been hoping this whole time that they had something that they weren't saying, but it doesn't look like anything's really moving.
So Jennifer Nice has a story on ID Channel.
Jennifer Kessie. They said they were working on a a documentary, so I wonder if it's come out yet. Let's see. We could watch that for homework. Debbie, they took fingerprints of the signs. Interesting. The family did put out another statement today. They were just asking for information, reiterating a lot of the things that they've said before. Whatever happened to baby Haro? Baby Harrow's dad, Jake Harrow, pled guilty to taking his life and was subsequently sentenced. Emmanuel has never been found, and if Jake told them what happened, they have not released it because Rebecca is still awaiting trial.
When is that supposed to be?
I need to look it up. I tried to look it up.
Well,
This
she had that
morning.
hearing in
She
January.
did just have that, and she has another one.
Did she?
I actually wanna say it's either this week or last week. Maybe it's this week. Maybe it's Friday,
Oh, it is 26, yeah.
March the 26th. I have no idea how I remember that. Like
It's a felony
zero.
settlement conference.
Yeah. So we expected her. Bless you.
Okay.
I guess maybe we didn't expect her. We were like hoping that she would plea or like say something last time,
Thank
and
you.
she didn't. So, I mean, there's a chance that she could say something useful on March the 26th, and there's a chance that she could not. So, but she does have court on March the 26th.
Thank
So-
you, dear.
So the rest of the information won't be released until she either goes to trial or does what Jake did. So I did see the Denise Amber Lee case, and I haven't dug into that one yet, but it's on my list because I want to. This one, Jennifer Kessie, is Florida. The dispatchers dropped the ball on this one. On the Jennifer Kessie case? Oh, Nancy?
I think
Which
you were
one?
talking about Nancy, but you could also be talking about Jennifer Kenny. Why do I keep saying Kenny?
I don't know.
Oh, Amber.
Oh, Amber.
Oh, we were both wrong.
I saw where the 911 call was released, and I have it on my list to pull it up because I want to listen and analyze it. I just haven't made it to that point yet, but it is on my list
I wanna
to
look that
do. Is that a short sleeve shirt on this person? I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if I can zoom in.
Let me see what I can see on my end, and I can see if I can see what you guys are looking at.
Now that there's more people in here, you guys have to vote for what the next case that we talk about because Jennifer Kessie won by default because she's the only one that got a vote. Let's see. Where do I have it at?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes, short sleeve. Look at this angle. It's this one that she's over here, or he's whatever. You see that?
Yeah,
Like a t-shirt.
I think it's a short sleeve.
And then the foot looks a little smaller there.
Mm-hmm.
Not terribly small, but a little bit smaller.
I don't know why I just immediately was like female, but
It looks like, it looks like a small. Let's be honest.
2 people called, and even she got his phone and called. The dispatcher didn't relay the first call. Wait a minute. Is that... Hold
Wait.
on.
I need to. Oh. Sorry, guys.
Let me pull that up really quick.
Oh my god, her hands are cut off. And her arms are cut off.
Wait, my head's cut off. What's happening? Okay, no, that's not the one I was thinking of. But yes, I do have... Yes, Amber Lee is the one that I was thinking of that's on my
Why is
list.
it always that name?
I was thinking of that Kentucky case we did because it sounds exactly the
Mhm.
same.
Why is it always that name?
What? Oh, it's always a Michael. But yeah, I have that one pulled up. So maybe I can, before our next live, I can pull it up and we can analyze the 911 call. So yeah, I think that this case was super interesting, and the fact that they're going back through with AI is like, I want to keep an eye on it and see what happens next. It looks like a white and black shirt. To me, it looks like cargo pants a little bit, which would align with like construction worker, painter, something like that. But it's
What
so
throws me off
hard to
about Painter,
see.
it could be Painter still. But what throws me off about that is the shoes.
True.
Doesn't Painters usually wear white?
Yeah.
Even white shoes. But these shoes are obviously black or dark in color.
You know what shoes are always black though? No slip shoes.
See, that could be why there's
In
at
a
the restaurant.
restaurant.
Maybe that's why he said the pizza. Because apparently there is a pizza place around the corner. Or there was. Or some sort of restaurant shoe.
It definitely looks like cargo pants to me though. But it could be no-slip shoes. Or sometimes those steel-toe shoes are black, like the tennis shoes, the tennis shoe ones.
Because they can easily be a carpenter, right?
Yeah.
Someone with flooring.
Yeah. Let's see. I had it pulled up. I keep having to switch my screen so I can see because I can't see that far. Jennifer Kessie was 24. She graduated from the University of Central Florida and she worked in finance at a title company. Interesting. She worked in finance at a title company, and the apartment complex that she was living at was under construction, meaning it was a new build or it was just under construction. Well, they said she's one of the only people that lived there, so new build, right?
Could be.
Was it a new build?
No, good.
I know we just were talking about the Ashley Oakland case, and that's what that reminds me of.
Sounds like a new build. Look at that. Sounds like a new build at that time in 2006.
Chloe can explain what a title company is.
Hold on 1 second.
But if it was a new build, construction, that's interesting. This camera, I don't know what's happening. Hold on. Sorry.
And it was a condo, guys.
Sorry. It was a new build? Aha, it was a new build.
Usually when you have condos like that and they're calling it condos, usually they're independently owned.
Interesting. That's reminding me of the Ashley Oakland case. So, Chloe's going to tell you what a title company is, but depending on...
I don't know if you can see that, but this is what they look like at the time. So it wasn't a remodel. It was actual new development. So it was actually new development. The title company, if you guys have ever bought a house, ever bought or sold a house, the title company is the place that you go to sign your papers. So everyone goes to a title company to sign off on your house. So you're signing it over as the seller or you're signing it as a buyer. So usually whenever you leave the title company after you sign those papers, you are either a homeowner or you just sold your house. Or you can do it through your attorney, depending. Or you can do it at a lawyer's office. So, majority of people though usually go to a title company. If you're going through like a regular realtor and you're not using an attorney, some people do use attorneys just because they want to be crystal clear on what the contract says, which not a bad idea. Most people go through a title company. Like, I'm trying to think of a big title company. There's some that are like, well, the ones in Florida is like, what is that, Trade Winds and all those things, like that.
That's interesting, though, that she worked at a title company.
But that could be how they met her or knew her.
Or that could be how she, like, arranged living there while it was still, like, new.
That could be exactly why, because she probably knew realtors or knew the builder and knew a realtor that, or like in Ashley's case, Ashley was doing the open house for her company, but like she obviously knew the sales rep for those condos or those townhouses, you know. So but yeah, that's what a title company is, though. Title company is the person who presents you all the papers if you're buying or selling.
I think
and you sign papers.
That's making me want to really like look into that, like who exactly was building, because something could have happened there. I want to look into the Denise Amber Lee too. I have it on my list, so I'll make sure that we pull that one this week too.
I'm gonna watch some videos on this too. Like I got a lot to catch up on, y'all. I'm telling you, like, we have been, what can I say besides what I want to say? I was gonna say we have been extremely busy with a lot of things. I'm trying to catch up on things. And going through a lot of cases and trying to get all these stories straight, because I mean, it was a lot watching the Corey Richards trial too. Like, geez, that was a lot to even comprehend. It's so back and forth on that case. I was like, what the heck is going on in this trial?
What do you guys think about Corey Richards? Because I saw somebody post the other day that they think she's innocent. I'm curious.
I dang sure I don't know. I'm not saying either way. However, I do not think that her defense was a great defense. I don't think the prosecutor was great either. But I'm just saying, I feel like the defense could have done a little better of a job. Or maybe they genuinely didn't have anything to work with. I don't know.
So what I'm reading on this case, the Jennifer Kedzie case, is that no one has ever been arrested, but they had detained some people for questioning. They're saying that they have some potential suspects based on the DNA and the AI like stuff, and the family's hopeful for a breakthrough. That's all it says. Okay, Christina. Corey was ridiculous. I saw somebody post the other day that they thought she was innocent. I thought that was an interesting perspective. Oh, he was a construction worker. Interesting. I just don't know. I think that for me makes these cases the hardest, is because you literally can see it on footage and they still don't know who it is. So I can't imagine being like a family member of hers, or something like that.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you though. I have, being from and pretty much raised in Florida, Florida is known for trafficking with the T. I always used to worry about her. She would always go out, because she lived in South Florida and I lived in North Florida at one point. And once you cross over Orlando, it's different. Florida becomes different. And I always, now I will tell you, I-10 is bad. I-10 through Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. Actually from Houston, I think. It's I-10 from Houston to Jacksonville, Florida. It is bad, yes, absolutely. That is bad for that too. But South Florida is bad because you're on the coast. And they were like snatching these people left and right. I used to literally worry about her all the time going out. She would just go out by herself. And which is fine. But she would go out. Florida.
Yeah. I lived in the Tampa, St. Petersburg area.
She literally would just go out and about, just like she don't stand out. She's so small. Anybody could throw her over their shoulder and just run away with her. No one would ever know. No one would ever know. So like I always worried about that. Like I always worried about her, just like going out by herself and walking through these trails and whatever the hell she's doing. Like it's just crazy. Like just I don't know. It was just scary. I worried about it because I was like 6 hours away. But so like that always worried me. But also, you get all walks of life in that area. You know what I mean? That South Florida area, especially Miami. Miami is terrible for it. Terrible for it. And then you got Miami, you have Orlando and Tampa. Those are all hubs for it, I feel like. And I mean, she was in her she was prime? Yeah, she was in her prime age. She was 24 years old. So someone saw her and was like, yeah. But the thing is like, I don't even know. It's just the fact that there's no trace of her. And that's where my mind always goes. I mean, I know it happens everywhere, but that's where my mind always goes whenever it's Florida. It's South Florida.
This says that it was a gated condo complex. Like where she lived. Don't you have to have a key fob to get
usually in? Or a code, usually. But if it was open like that, it could have been open because of construction.
True.
So they could have just had it open if they were going in and out with paint.
I don't know why it
mentions
mentions that though. It says gated.
Let's look at it. Because usually if they're doing work like that, they'll leave it open.
We're real TikTok, I promise. I'm just not good at putting the puzzle piece in there.
I'm gonna look this up.
I just think it's interesting that they like mention that it's skated.
That's crazy, bro.
I've been traumatized by Molly Tippett's case that I'm always walking with.
That's so wild, y'all.
That's true. It did probably have a lot of access with the. Somebody
Some-
was paying attention. Somebody knew her routine.
20 years later, someone bought her condo. Someone bought her condo. And they were taking pictures
Crazy.
and put it on Reddit, and they were like, yep, everything looks the exact same.
Wow.
Like it was when she bought it, or when she got it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really sad. I'm trying to find it, though. I'm trying
Carrie
to find
says, I wonder who bought her condo because, yeah, they were taking pictures and putting it on.
Mhm. So, this is what it looked like. I'm trying to see an aerial view. I can see.
Oh, and there's water. You think they've searched that? Surely they've searched that, right?
Was it there, though, whenever it was built? Or was it in holding pond, like, added? Right?
Surely they've searched that.
I mean, I can go right now and search it. You want to go?
We'll take our underwater camera.
I mean, you would think that they have. I hope.
I
that
think
they
we're
have.
just going to have to go find Nancy, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, someone I'm paying attention.
Hi, Carrie. How are you?
Hey, Carrie. I think, we have a drone, we have an underwater camera, we have the certifications, we have all the stuff. We just also have full-time jobs right now.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to navigate, but we do want to go back and look for Matthew Spencer again, and so we were thinking we should just do both. A little bit of Nancy, a little bit of Matthew Spencer search.
I would love to do that. I would love to just go and take our time and like really focus on. I don't know why.
Dope said yes.
Every time I think about doing something or getting something accomplished, this is like, I don't know why my brain works this way, but every time I think about it, I'm like, ooh yeah. She's like digital, like let me look at the digital map and I can see. I'm like, nah, let me write this down. Let me draw it out. Because every time I think about it, I'm like, ooh, let me get my pencil and paper and I got this. But yeah, I really want to go.
Debbie, thanks to the wonderful Debbie. We do have some extra information, but
yeah,
we've been working on it. I would like to have the time to work on the map first before we go, just like we did with Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
I like to have the map like kind of mapped out before we go, but we do want to go.
Yeah. There's so many areas. We watched more on the Chelsea Grim case, and if y'all haven't seen Chelsea Grim, that blows my mind too.
That one bothers me too so bad.
It really does. The only difference with Chelsea Grim and Matthew Spencer is that Chelsea Grim's car was found. And Chelsea took a lot of photos, and they found those photos. They found the camera, right? Was it a camera they found?
Yeah.
Because they didn't find her phone, right?
She had like a photography camera.
Yeah, because she was taking pictures or whatever. And, but she was in those woods. She was in the same forest. She was in the Kaibab. But, like, the Kaibab, if you guys watched any of our videos or you followed us when we were live out in the Kaibab, or when we were live out there in Arizona, it is desolate. We have footage from our dash cam and drone on our YT channel under Matthew Spencer's name. But it was
And just to
wild.
be totally transparent, the only reason that we uploaded any of that footage for Matthew Spencer's search is because his sister couldn't be there and she couldn't go there. And she wanted to know what it looked like. She asked us to take her with us. And there's no service out there, so we couldn't be live the whole time. So we literally recorded everything and put it on YT just for her. So that she would have it.
And I think that it gave everybody an idea of, like, what terrain we're talking about. It was a rough terrain. I'm just in an SUV, like nothing fancy. There's a lot of trails out there. I've never experienced a forest, a national forest like that, that looked like that.
Not like that. It was
Not like that.
creepy. It had heavy
It's
energy.
old. It's really old. Like the signs are old. It's not like oh, let's go to this national forest and it's gonna be so touristy and like you're gonna see clear signs that tell you exactly everything.
Hey,
No.
Huckleberry.
What's up, Huckleberry? No, there's not clear signs anywhere. You see a sign, the wood is rotted, and you don't even see. You may see a number, and you're like,
no service.
no service. Like it's dirt road and it's bumpy. It's rough. It's probably fun for people who love to go mud riding, but if you don't, it's not fun. And it's scary. You feel like you're being watched 24/7, and not by animals.
What we thought was scary though, like after we got back from being there, we knew we felt it. Like we knew it was like creepy, but we were watching a video on Chelsea Grim, and they were saying that the I can't say the word, the Artel with the C.
Oh yeah.
A specific one runs through there, and they were talking about like the sightings of Chelsea's car after she went missing, or like before she went missing around that time, and how there was a truck that was suspicious and they thought it could have been the Artel. But then when they were trying to report it to police in the area, it was almost like a cover-up was happening kind of thing. So
Yeah.
we both got chills. We were like, what?
Because we even said that when we were there. We're like, this is kind of a shady little place.
Mhm.
Like, not saying anything bad about anybody who lives in Parks or Williams, but it's a very small place. And it seemed like one of those towns where whenever we went into the town to go eat, just to kind of like put up, just to talk about, like, ask any information, show his photo, show his car, picture of his car. Like, when we were there, it was like, I feel like we're in a freaking movie, in like a Wrong Turn movie. Like we go into this place, this little bitty Mexican restaurant. Okay, it's literally like a brick building, like it's literally like a square.
Yeah.
It's literally a cube. What we walked into, and literally, we go in there and the waitress is like, "Oh, I haven't seen you guys around here," and the waitress is like 70 years old, bro, and she's like rubbing my back, like it's that type of town.
She was.
How y'all doing? I ain't seen y'all around here. What y'all doing here? I'm terrified. Because I'm like, I know why we're here. But, like, what if I tell y'all, and what if y'all have something to do with it, and what if y'all, you know what I mean? Alert somebody, and y'all come after us.
Yeah, we were.
It was weird. So we're talking to this lady. We're like, oh, yeah, we're just here, we're looking for a missing person. That's it. And she's like, oh, my word. Well, as she's asking questions, literally like a movie. As she's asking questions, this big old man walks in, and yes, it makes the sound on the door. Ling, 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 like the bell. And he is bigger than the doorway. He walks in with his little county uniform on, with that vest. And he's talking to her or whatever, and she's like, they're here looking for missing persons. And he's like, oh, where are y'all looking? And I'm like, oh, hell, we better go home. I was scared, y'all. It was literally like a movie. No joke. It was like a freaking movie. And we were scared. We were paranoid. Yeah. I don't know. It's just creepy. I'm not saying they have anything to do with it. I'm just saying. It was just weird because also Chelsea Grim. We didn't learn about Chelsea Grim. Really?
While we were there.
Until we were there. And then we dug into it.
Someone mentioned it on a live.
Yeah, and then we were like, So Matthew went missing. Well, his last phone ping was on one side of the I-40 in the Kaibab. Chelsea's was located maybe like 15 miles down the road on the other side of I-40.
In the Kaibab.
In the Kaibab.
Both of them separated from their vehicle at some point. Chelsea's vehicle, however, was located.
She messed up her tires because those roads are so
because her
bad.
tires were flat.
Those roads are so bad. She did mess up 2 of her tires.
Matthew's vehicle was never found.
Mm-mm.
Matthew's never been found. Matthew's phone has never been found. Matthew's vehicle has never been found. And it's not even been a year yet on Matthew, so. Debbie said, I would vote, but I don't know any of these cases you have up. You guys don't have to vote. I can choose one for you. But you can vote if you want to. I will say Jennifer Kessie is one that somebody sent us on YT. Barry and Honey Sherman is another one someone sent us on YT. Sean Doherty is one that we started cover. It was one of the first cases that we covered, and his mom actually reached out to us, and we've been communicating with her, it is still unsolved, or I don't want to say unsolved because it's technically closed, but it's unsolved. And suspicious. And then Savannah is currently in trial, and Lauren is also another missing person who vanished without a trace.
Do you want to pull up Sean Doherty? I can go over that.
I can pull up Sean Doherty. I try to take these cases where the families have reached out to us and we've been communicating with them and like rotate them back in every now and then, just because it's so important to us and we're so close to them, but also because Sean Doherty, if I could give him every second of every day, I would. Honestly. I have to find him. He's up here somewhere. Oh,
Yeah,
there he
tap the
is.
screen, guys. That helps us get pushed
Tap
to
it
the
up.
FYP.
There he is.
So this case is important to me.
They're all important to us.
They are. They are. But this one was, like she said, was one of our first ones that we did besides Emmanuel Haro. But like, this is one of our. We spoke with his mom, and it took a while for her to get back with us because we reached out a long time ago. And this one gives me chills. This one makes me sad. This one also kind of infuriates me. This is Sean Doherty, and this is his mom in those photos that you see. Sean was, what was it, 12? Sean was 12. More so like the photo in the orange shirt, what you see there.
Mm-hmm.
They had just come back from a family Disney cruise, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
He was super excited because they were already planning their next one, and he was super excited. He was very well behaved child, very good in school. There was no red flags in school, even after the fact. I'm not gonna cry during this. I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, Sean Doherty. I'm gonna tell you what happened to Sean, then I'll tell you what mom says, in a little bit. Okay. Sean came home from the bus. The bus drops off maybe a block away from. It's in a nice little neighborhood. It's like a military town neighborhood. Matter of fact, I'll show you what the houses look like.
Yeah, it's just the next slides, yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's Sean's house. Beautiful home. That's what a lot of them look like. Not cookie cutter, but like they're all like the same size. And it's a military neighborhood in Yorktown, Virginia. And Sean's mom is has to take her mom because Sean's grandma lived with them. She had some issues with some medical issues, so she had to take mom to the doctor. So Sean comes in, or Sean is in the house with grandma. Sean also has a 2-year-old sibling. Was it a brother? I think it was a brother.
A brother and then an older sister.
That's right. But the one that was inside was a 2-year-old little brother. And grandma had been watching him all day. He was down for a nap. Well, Sean had come in. Sean comes inside. Mom's pulling up at the same time, okay, to pick up grandma. And she gets grandma. Well, Sean's at the door, and she's like, Sean, watch your little brother. He's sleeping. I'll call you in a minute. Once we get on the road, I'll give you a call and give you the instructions. He's done this before. Like, he has watched his little brother, like, while they went out for, like, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour. Grandma's appointment wasn't that far. So he's like, okay. And she's like, lock the doors. And so she gives him a call as she's leaving. And he locks the door. He locks the front door. Mom calls and she's like, well, how was your day? You know, I didn't really get to talk to you, but I'm on the way taking grandma, blah, blah. And he's like talking about his day. And he's like, it's so good. I'm about to finish my homework. I'm about to turn it in. And then I'm going to do, was it Fortnite?
She just had video games. So I don't know.
Or something like that. He's like,
I don't know if the specific video game was listed.
He's like, I'm super excited. I'm going to jump on and play video games. And she's like, okay, if your little brother wakes up, there's his tablet. It's on the charger. And he's like, okay, we'll just be in my room. Like normal. And she called him back for something to remind him something. And he was like, okay, I'm pooping. Like, he was being funny. Like, and they laughed on the phone or whatever. And then that was it. And that was around, I believe, 3:20 p.m. I think that was about 3:20 p.m. Sean, right after that, he did tell his mom, he's like, as soon as I get done with the bathroom, I'm going to go grab all the trash, because his chore was to grab all the trash in the house. That's a big house, and it has multiple bathrooms. Grab all the bathroom trash and take out the trash, which the trash cans were behind the back door, which is here. So here's the backyard. Here's right outside the back door, this gate, or this deck right here on the left with the furniture and the grill cover. So basically the trash cans were right there, right off the deck. And that was his job, was to take those out. And he gathered all the trash and put the trash by the back door. Back door, which is right here where it says breakfast area on the right there. He put all the trash right there by the back door. And he got himself a snack. He got a bowl and put, you know those peaches, like one of those, it was like a whole peach, right? But you get it out of a jar.
Or the
Or the half ones.
The half of
Or the half of the peach that you get out of a jar. He had just gotten one of those and put it in a bowl. Like he was literally about to throw this trash out and eat his snack and then play his game. Well, something happened in between that. And no one knows exactly what happened. But he had all the trash piled up by this back door. And Mom said that Sean was the kid that cannot walk in the house without shoes. Like, he's not that type of person. She's the same way. She can't walk around the house with no shoes. And that's just he just can't do it. He does not like his feet to be, his bare feet touching the ground or the floor. So, that's just something he had. He had a pair of Crocs. Right here by the back door, he had all the trash gathered. His Crocs were laying upside down, which was interesting. That's beside the point right now. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. He gets off the phone with Mom around 3:20. Okay? And he's doing all this. He does all that. Next we know, sister comes home. Older sister. He has an older sister that's high school. She was going to run home and change and then go watch her boyfriend's game or something like that. So she comes home and comes to the front door of the house. She's banging on the front door. And she's like, oh my God, this is so annoying. Like, why isn't he answering the door? He's probably playing his game. Well, she calls Mom. And Mom's like, Sean's there. Just call him. Well, she calls Sean and nothing. She calls Sean again. Nothing. Texts him nothing. So she's like, this is weird. So what she does is she goes around to the left side of the house. So left side of the garage right there. She walks around. There's a little gate there. Mind you, this fence in the backyard is 3 feet tall. Okay. You got to be like 3. It's no bigger than that. It's literally to hold in a chihuahua. That's literally it. So she goes around the side of the house. And this is around, 4:45 p.m.? Mm-hmm. So this is around 4:45 p.m. And she goes around and sees something.
Pull the backyard.
Okay. Here's the backyard. So she comes around and she sees something on the swing sets. First, she looks to the left. She says to her left, the house to the left, there's a... what was it, a maintenance or a lawn guy?
It was the lawn company.
The lawn company in the yard to the left.
Backyard.
Yeah, he was in the backyard. Like, the guy was in the backyard, just like, not their backyard, in the neighbor's backyard.
She said they made eye contact.
Yeah, it was really weird. This whole situation's really weird. But the fence, I'm telling you, the fence, if I can... Okay, the picture on the right, you can kind of see the fence. The fence is not even 3 foot tall. Maybe 3 foot tall. You can see right over it. A kid sees right over it. So... she makes eye contact with this guy. And then she sees something on the far. If you see the picture of the deck, in that back there, that is how far the swing set was. So she sees something on the swing set. She's like, what the hell is that? So she walks back there and realizes it's her brother hanging from the swing set with a bag over his head. Like some sort of, like a, if you ever seen like a motorcycle helmet bag. That was on his head. He was suspended by some sort of a shoestring, is what the way they described it, like a thick shoestring. And he was suspended by his chin, like this away. From what it, maybe that's from like, maybe a spin, I don't know, but his glasses, he wore glasses obviously, and the glasses were found a few feet away.
They found them later in the yard,
yeah.
But they were broken.
Yeah, odd. The chair, one of those patio chairs were out there by the swing set. Now here's what's weird. These patio chairs right here, Sean couldn't lift them. Sean couldn't lift the patio swing set or the patio furniture, much less carry it that far. He had a peach that he was about to eat, trash that he was about to throw out. He didn't even get to play his game yet. He didn't even open the game. And they searched the game and the iPads and the tablets to see if there's anybody weird he was talking to. No one. Nothing. Nothing. So when Sister found him, Sister immediately pulled him down off the swing set and obviously called 911.
His arms were also bound
Yeah.
by his side.
With a belt.
So tight that the paramedics had trouble getting it off.
It was that tight. So, also, what was weird, as I told you about the shoes, he had no shoes on.
Yes,
His Crocs.
Auntie, they ruled
Yeah.
it self-unaliving.
Yeah, they did. The belt was so tight around his arms, around his wrists. His wrists were by his side. How did that happen? Then we spoke with Mom. Then we had a one-on-one phone call with Mom. And that's heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking. And we were so knee deep in this case. And then we get to talk to Mom and we're like, oh my God, it just makes it so much more real. It's like, oh my God. And Mom says that they ruled it that. And
Immediately. They didn't treat it as anything else.
Yeah.
Ever.
There's some weird things that happen around that neighborhood. And what's sad about it is like that house was up for sale already. They were literally closing on that house because, matter of fact, they had already closed on it when they live in there.
They were living there until
They had
a
just-
specific date when they were moving.
But they had already closed
But
on
they
it.
had already closed on it. They were renting it from
The new owners.
the new owners.
Because they're military, so I think Mom and stepdad. Okay, so stepdad lived there as well. Sean had another sibling. I don't know if it was a step sibling or not, but they had autism. So stepdad and the other sibling with autism was at an ABA appointment, so ABA therapy, and that takes a long time. ABA is not a short visit. And they did, like, they ruled him out, stepdad out. He was actually on camera in another facility like an hour away. So it wasn't him. However, the other weird thing about this case is when Sean was found wearing his stepfather's clothing.
And they never found his actual clothing.
They didn't find the clothes that he wore to school. His Crocs, like it's almost like someone picked him up out of his Crocs and they flipped upside down by the back door. Not nicely, not neatly. Just like it fell off his feet. And it was like right next door to not right next to the trash. And then right here, his peach was on the counter. And then, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, there was a knife missing. Out of the holster, you know, the knife block, there was a knife missing.
Mm-hmm. And
they were very clean people. And they were very particular. There was a knife missing. Still don't know where that's at. So the 2-year-old. Mom asked the 2-year-old.
Well, she couldn't find him at first because he was hiding.
That's true. He was hiding. 2-year-old was hiding behind a chair, under laundry, or something like that. He was
laundry.
He was hiding under laundry, and he was terrified, freaking terrified. And Mom asked him what happened to Sean, and first he said, what did he say? A friend was chasing him?
He said his friend was chasing him, and then he said that man, and that man grabbed my arm.
Mm-hmm. He said that.
And his friend was chasing him around the house.
Do you think they ever took that into account? No, they didn't. They automatically ruled it that. A self-unaliving. And there's no way. There's no way possible. So another weird thing. It's all weird. But, so you take that into account. The house is 2-story. Mom and Dad's bedroom is upstairs. I think majority of their rooms are upstairs. Mom and Dad's closet. No, it was their bathroom. Sean's underwear was found on the floor right outside of their it was their bathroom or closet.
Their bathroom, like leading out into the
bedroom. The other clothes, they don't know where they are. There's no trace of those. I don't think, I can't remember if we were Were we direct, or did, how did I say this? Did we ask Mom about SA? I can't remember if we were going to or we didn't.
That yes, she said that there was no like indication of that, but they also weren't looking for certain things, and they also didn't really they didn't investigate it the way that they should have. So it was so, single mom Sarah, I'm glad you said that, because we've posted this case so many times. We've talked about it. We've, had videos go like pretty viral about it. And there has never been one person out of thousands of comments on everything we've posted that has ever said that he did this to himself.
Mm-mm.
It is so blatantly obvious that he did not do this to himself. But even after this happened to him, his teachers at school came together and went to the police and said, he did not do this to himself. There's no way. There's no way. So
there was no sign. No sign of
yeah,
anything.
I mean, add all of that on top of the fact that he was doing normal things. Like, he did his homework.
Mm-hmm.
I interact with 12-year-olds every day, and they don't do their homework when they don't have it, like when they are planning on being at
he
school
did his
the
homework
next day.
and turned it in virtually, like however it works like that, but he did his homework and turned it in virtually.
He did it and
was doing his chores
and was doing his chores and was making a snack, and it's like he got stopped in the middle of what he was doing.
I think he got stopped with what he was doing and grabbed that knife.
Mm-hmm.
I think he immediately grabbed the knife.
Don't say knife.
He immediately grabbed it out of the block. I think that was his thought process to do that, because he was right there.
Something that I find suspicious along the way, and there's a lot of stuff, like if you dive into this case, there's so many pieces that don't make any sense, and there's so many pieces that are suspicious. Like, for instance, the fact that the lawn company that was working in the houses around that were affiliated with a group in town that didn't really like families like theirs. There's so many things that, like, there's so many pieces.
See, I don't know.
But
I don't know. I don't think they properly interviewed anybody.
They didn't. Initially, they didn't do anything. They immediately said self-unaliving, and then kind of just treated it that way. They did come back, I think it was 4 weeks later, because the mom kept complaining because there was a handprint on their back glass, and police didn't even lift it. So she kept complaining. They did come back 4 weeks later and lift that, but at that point, like, 4 weeks is a long time when it comes to evidence and, like, talking to people. So initially, like, right in the moment, no, they did not. And they actually went so far as to have a press conference to tell people that they were certain that this was self-unaliving and that nobody should be questioning this. And I personally think that when a police department does something like that, they're covering something up. Like, why would you go online to try to discredit a family in that way so immediately? Like, immediately. But they were military, and they were living in this area where Sean's mom told us they had no crime reported for like 30 years.
Or longer, yeah. It was a long time. And then the sheriff was rerunning or whatever.
In that area where the military families live. So, of course, they wouldn't want it to get out if something like that happened, because they have this 30-year record of no crime happening there.
And this is Yorktown, Virginia, by the way, a military town. Very military town.
But mom sees the lawn guys out there too. So mom runs out the front door, like right when they find Sean, and she goes to the neighbor and the lawn guy who are standing in the front, and she says, "Did you see anything? Like, what did you see?" And the lawn guy specifically looked at her, and this is quoted. He said, "I didn't know him." He didn't say, "No, I didn't see anything." He didn't say, "I didn't do it." He said, "I didn't know him." That was his response. And then they didn't say anything else. They wouldn't tell her anything else. But you can see over that 3-foot fence. If they were in the backyard, they could see that. For sure. When we saw the fence, like, we were, like, reading the story, and then when we saw the fence, we were like, what?
So, also, another thing that's interesting with this case is mom. When we spoke with mom, we got a little bit more detail. When mom was at the hospital, whenever he was brought in and he was pronounced, mom was, of course, saying her goodbyes. mom was rubbing his arms, rubbing his hands. That's when she realized, why is he wearing my husband's clothes? That's not normal. He would never ever even change in our room or use our bathroom. He had his own. So she noticed that and was like, what the hell? Like, that's when she noticed red flags going off everywhere. I mean, she already had red flags going off because that's her son. She knew that she just got off the phone with him not long ago. She noticed red stuff on his hand. Was it his hand?
Mm-hmm.
On his finger or something like that. And to me, whenever I put the pieces together, whenever they said there was one missing out of the block, like a sharp object, missing out of the block, and there's red stuff on Sean's hand.
And his clothes are missing.
And his mom flipped out when she saw it. She was like, did y'all see that? Do y'all see this? Do y'all see this? Like, can you get the evidence? Like, can you pull that? I don't think they even did it.
No, you know what they did? When she pointed it out, they wiped it off.
Wiped it off.
They washed it off his hand, wiped it off.
Because they didn't go in treating it that way. They went in and said, oh, yep, self-enlivening. This little boy must have been bullied. No, he was never bullied.
She also noticed that his feet were clean, but he didn't have any shoes on. And something else that Kayla just said in the chat, he could have just stood up. They noted that too, that he was hanging where his knees, like, it wasn't like he was, like, not touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He was down, like, his knees were bent on the ground, and this was just suspending his chin like this. So he could have just stood up had he been conscious when he replaced there. He absolutely could have just stood up. Like, there's no reason why he couldn't have.
So clearly he ran through that house, being chased. He ran through the house. First off, he would never go into his parents' room. That was just not something that he did on a normal basis, much less take his underwear off and place them in front of their bathroom. That was not something that happened. So it's really mind-boggling to me, this whole case. And we talked to Mom, and Mom had something interesting to say. Mom is... did she tell me where she was from? Did she say she was from? Was it Germany?
She's German, yes.
So Mom is, of German descent. Mom has a pretty strong accent. So whenever they first moved into that neighborhood a few years back, I want to say maybe a year and a half. It wasn't that long.
They weren't there that long.
Yeah, they weren't there that long. Maybe a year and a half. She said her and her mother were walking around the neighborhood. She said one of the neighbors in this neighborhood, this older white man, approached her and said, she said she's never been asked this before, but they asked, are you of, how do I say this?
Darien without the D.
Descent. Or blood. Sorry, blood. It's some sort of a brotherhood. And that's what
I think, Debbie. I think that whoever did it, Sean got them. He sharp forced them and got their red stuff on his clothes, and they knew that was going to be evidence. So they took his clothes. That's what I think. That's why I think, because the piece that, when you think about it, the piece of him being in his stepfather's clothes doesn't make any sense. But I think that they just like panicked and grabbed whatever clothes were closest by and put them on him.
Yep. And that's exactly what happened, I believe, too. And oddly enough, and Mom said in their garage, the string that they used was almost like a drawstring, like a shoelace type. And she said Sean knew in the garage. They were both military, so they had, what is that cord? You know what I'm talking about?
If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you.
I
was going to say carabiner, but that's not right.
you know what I'm talking about. The certain type of military cord.
It's the cord that you use for, like, rappelling and stuff.
Yeah. So, like, paracord. Yes. Thank you. That's it. The paracord, yes. They had a box full of paracord. They had a box full of straps. They've had, like the, the ratchet straps. They had all kinds of things in that shed. And they were very organized. And he knew exactly where everything was. So it looked like somebody went in their garage, and I think stepdad's boots were in there, like, in like a little, next to the wall. And she said it looked like somebody had went in there and pulled the strings, like they were going to try to get the shoestring out of that. and they gave up because it was obviously too much.
Mhm.
So that's odd. There's just too many red flags in this case, and it's so heartbreaking because this mom
Mom has never stopped. She texts me all the time with like new leads or new tips or things like that. But she's compiled an excellent list of information, and she's never given up. Like, she was able to give us so much information to, try and help figure things out, but she's never given up. And even though they've, closed it and they ruled it that way, she's just not taking that for an answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, how could you? Like, I don't know how they could have expected anyone to believe that he did that to himself. There's even been people that tried to reenact like how his arms were bound, and you couldn't do that to yourself. The way that it was, like, there's no way that he could have done it.
Well, apparently mom had to push so freaking hard to even have anything happen. And they asked, I guess they had somebody come out and ask, or whatever, ask for footage. And
No, ultimately later on, the police department put out a notice saying, like, if you have any, please send it.
Yeah.
or
They were
whatever.
just doing that just to shut her up, honestly.
But nobody really turned anything of value in. But we thought it was weird because
Yes.
one of the neighbors sent in a still shot from their security.
Just a picture.
It wasn't like the actual footage. They just sent it to police, and it was just a picture of Sean's house from their porch. And no context.
Or, yeah, that direction. Yeah.
No context. And the police, they were like, okay, why did you send this? Nothing.
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 Like, you don't have video, you only have, like,
But
photo.
if you took that still, you had the video, but they didn't send the video. They just took one still and sent it. So it's really weird.
That person did. Yes, that house did. Sean's house did not. They added a Ring camera afterwards. So, the person who owned Sean's house, we said it was sold, and they were just renting this house. They had sold it to the owner, whatever, the new owners, and they were renting it for like however long.
It's our internet.
Oh no!
Are we back?
Can you guys see us? But yeah,
I think the internet just did something weird. Which is weird because nothing else went out.
Okay.
Just that.
Yes, back.
Weird.
So after the fact, the new owners did install a Ring camera. And in that Ring camera, there was something weird. They did see something weird. They had a memorial in front of their house, and they had a beautiful tree in front of it. And it was like people and friends and people who knew Sean and the family were coming by and dropping things off at this tree in their front yard. This weird older man walked from the direction of the weird house that we were talking about that sent in the still shot. He walked from that location. It's hard to tell exactly where in this footage because it's kind of like multiple roads in this neighborhood. But he comes up to this memorial and he looks at it and he goes all the way up into the yard and picks something up and kind of like examines it and then puts it back down and then walks away. And as he's walking away, he turns around again to look back at it. Like, it's so weird. Yeah.
I love how they get the
I
cameras.
know.
after the crime.
I know,
Well,
right?
you have to think, though, they had already sold the property. They were in the process of moving. They were just renting it from the new owners. So,
Yeah.
I can understand not having certain things around that time. 'Cause they were, like, mid-moving process. Some things that we, like, found odd or were told after, we actually found them on our own, and then Mom was able to say, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
But one of the neighbors next to Sean's house, their home was raided by the FBI right after Sean passed away. And right after Sean's family moved, because they did ultimately move. They were already in the process of moving.
To DC.
So right after that, the creepy neighbor, their house gets raided by the FBI. There were some activities going on with some groups that shouldn't have been happening. I don't know how. I can't really say it on here, but
the Brotherhood.
the Darien
Brotherhood.
without the D. And so they were just involved in some things. But we also learned that
Did we freeze? Oh, I love that I froze like that too.
I don't know what's happening. Do you think Madison's on the internet?
Maybe.
Sorry. I think that we froze again. I'm gonna make sure our child's not using the internet right now.
It's like we have dial-up. I'm just kidding. No, I need a haircut. Yes, I do. Look at this. It is bad.
But what we were told is that that neighbor used to go to the wood line behind their house and stare into their backyard.
And there's trails like alcohol bottles and stuff like that, like right behind their house. But yeah.
Used to do that, and then used to something about Sean's birthday was on that neighbor's dad's death day.
Yes.
And so on Sean's birthday, they would be in the backyard, like having a birthday party,
Yes.
whatever, and that neighbor would be staring at them or watching them,
So
like and drinking
yeah.
and like doing rugs and watching
Yeah.
them. So we thought
But
that
also,
was odd.
remember the person that we had when we were talking about this case one night. We did a whole like thing dedicated to this case, and someone came in here and said they knew a lot about the Darien Brotherhood without the D, and they knew a lot about like because I guess they followed them before, and like there are a lot of crimes that are covered up that are done by them. And they make it look like a self-unaliving. And she said that his unaliving is that to a T. And they only do that. And they said that Sean could have been a target because of he witnessed something. He could have been outside in the yard and witnessed something behind their house because behind their house was all open, but it was like wooded back there. Like a lot of acres back there wooded, and there was trails back there. And clearly a lot of people like random people were out there drinking and doing whatever out there. And again, the fence is only 3 foot tall. But they said that it looked like they unalived him because seeing something. Or multiple different things. But clearly someone had been watching Sean.
We just know, and Mom knows, that Sean didn't do this to himself, and our hope is that if we keep talking about it and we keep sharing it, we keep putting it out there, somebody's going to know something and they're going to say something. We did have some people message us that said that they knew some of the people that we were talking about, but no one was able to give us any, like, that one piece. There's literally, like, one piece that's missing because Sean's mom has compiled so much information. So there's literally, like, one piece that's missing. But,
Yeah.
one day somebody's gonna know something and they're gonna
Something's
say
gonna
something.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even say what that one person was even in trouble for.
No. That's why I was trying to say it without saying it.
Gosh. Yeah, it's just a lot of...
I do have his gamer tag though. No.
Yeah, what?
Gamer tag.
Oh.
Mhm.
How'd you find that again?
So, we have, for our subscribers and our super fans, I created a new, like in the Discord, there's a new monthly case file. And we started with Missy Beavers so that we could all work on Missy Beavers together. But I think I want Sean to be our next case in that space next month. So we can all put our heads together on that one too.
Yeah.
Because somebody may have a different idea or a different approach or
Idea?
something. Find something.
Did you say idea?
I said idea or.
Oh.
Why'd I laugh like that? That was so weird.
But yeah,
But
that
yeah.
makes sense.
That's our spiel on Sean.
Yeah, I'm really passionate about this case just because, like, I've analyzed it in my head. I have literally done all I can do as far as, like, I don't know. Those photos I found myself, like, before I even spoke with Mom, I found all that.
Kid cases are hard, and the ones where you feel like it's like such an injustice, like it's not, like he can't speak for himself anymore, and his mom's trying to, but like it was just written off like immediately. I know most people know the Christian Andriacchio case. That one to me feels the same in the way that it was just written off. I think that every case should be treated the same up front, no matter who they are, how old they are, where they come from, what they were doing. Like, I think that they all should be treated the same. And so when it's such an injustice and you're like, God, if I could just go back and be there that day and be like, no, don't touch that.
You know, it's almost like if they work cases backwards,
Mhm.
it would be a lot better. It'd be a lot easier. Like if they went into this case, saying, okay, it looks like a self-unaliving, but let me rule that out.
Mhm.
Let me rule that out and see which one I can rule out. I think they need to do that. I mean, I think they should have came in and been like, whoa, he made a snack. He did his homework. Like he was taking out the trash.
Well,
Why
and
would he do that?
They're supposed to look at things that way.
Awful.
But that's that thing that me and Chloe have talked about this a lot of times in the car because we talk a lot in the car.
Yeah, we don't even listen to the radio. We are each other's
we
radio.
talk and we listen to podcasts, but we've talked about this a lot because even if law enforcement had the best like intentions, right? So they come in, they have the best intentions of doing everything the right way, the way they were taught, like the way they learned, following all the rules. Even if they have the best intentions, they're still human, just like we are. And based on depending on where you grew up at, what you went through as a child, where you know, did you go to, were you religious, were you not religious, like did you have money, did you not have money, based on your life, everyone has subconscious bias that they don't even realize, that they don't even have any control over. Like it's just that little subconscious like thing of thinking like, oh well, she did that to herself, or oh well, he did that, and they might not even be meaning to do that. It's just subconscious bias. That's why they should all be treated exactly the same, like step by step, regardless of what you think when you walk in.
I agree.
Oh, we did the Sebastian Rogers case too, or Chloe did. Ow! Oh my god.
Oh my god. Now that one is interesting too because like where the hell did he go? There's no sign of him. Like where did he go? It's the same with like the other I'm trying to think of his name. The guy that's in the guy that has autism out of Washington State. Is that right? Remember that guy? He has he like I don't know if he ran away from his house. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. He was seen on a Ring camera like he was trying to come back to his house, but it wasn't his house or something. It was just it's interesting, and I don't think he's ever been found either.
Those stress me out. Like I can't. I don't know. It stresses me out. There's a lot of things unanswered in Sean's case, and I think that the questions would have been answered if it had been treated the right way. And I think that press conference that they did, trying to say like the family's just not taking this for an answer, like all of that. I think that press conference that they did was kind of like trying to play damage control because they didn't come in and treat it the right way.
This is him.
Oh, Jonathan.
I don't know how to say his last name.
Hong?
Jonathan Home. He's 21, autistic, with the mental capacity of an 8 to 9-year-old. Has been missing from Arlington, Washington State since March 30th, 2025. A possible sighting reported on June 23rd, 2025 in Kirkland, Washington. His family is offering a $100,000 reward for information on his whereabouts. He often rocks or paces, walks hunched over, and may make a vocal hum sound.
Okay, so let me see.
It says the family believed he may have been lured or taken and continues to search for him, having initiated walkathons and increased rewards. Any information called Crime Stoppers of Puget. Yeah, I'll show
Single
you a
mom
picture.
Sarah says he asked to go to sleep in a different room the night that he went missing.
Interesting. And I believe I saw something where it said a scent dog traced his scent to the road. I think and I think that's where it stopped. Almost like that's why they thought somebody had picked him up. This is him. I don't know if you can see him. Hold on a second.
His face is blurry.
Wait. Dadgummit. How am I gonna do this?
It's not gonna focus.
Oh. Oh, there it goes.
Bruh.
There it goes. If I turn it sideways, you can see it. At an angle. You see? That's him. Yep, that's him.
I just realized that I have live podcast recording at the top. We're not recording a podcast. Let me take that out. Sorry about that. That's better. I've heard about that case. Kayla sent hand hearts, let 'em cook, donuts, perfume. Health and Happiness sent a heart me. Vanessa Edmonds sent a heart me. This Me That You sent a heart me.
Thank you guys.
Christina. Carrie. Sorry, I can't see. I don't know if I missed anyone. When we're on this other screen, they're hard to see. All right. I think we have time for one more if you guys want to. Shall we pick one or shall they pick one? Or shall we save the rest for next time? I don't know what time we got on. I don't know how long we've been on here. Oh,
We've been on
2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Oh my gosh, I'm so delayed.
I know. That's why I was like, I hope I'm not missing any
So
comments over there because I keep like fast forwarding it, but it keeps like bang
Right.
behind. I don't know.
I want to go watch that. I want to go watch.
The Denise Amberly, and there's another one.
Her Jennifer.
Jennifer Kessie.
Kessie. Why do I keep wanting to say Kenese, bro?
Because we did Skylar Niece, and it looks the same.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe that's it.
So we're gonna do a podcast on Savannah Soto this week. We have another episode of Victims' Voices it was supposed to get uploaded yesterday, but we haven't finished editing it yet. So hopefully we can get that posted. It's Lindsay's episode, and Friday will be live in the car.
Yeah.
Hopefully with camera holders that work this time.
Well, yeah.
And maybe I won't find the crack again. And then
Oh God.
this weekend we have 4 Victims' Voices interviews. 3 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
All in person or all virtual? Or
2 in person, 2 virtual.
2 in person and 2 virtual.
So, if you are watching and you would like to be a part of our Victims' Voices series, we can definitely add you in. Just send us an email. But we'll be recording some of those this weekend as well. I seen it, but I was just going with the flow.
Let's see.
We do not know exactly the context of the cases that we're interviewing this weekend, but we are meeting with people and interviewing, letting them tell their story for Victims' Voices.
You do have that on there. You do have Rebecca Haro on the calendar.
Oh.
Because I got the calendar today, I accepted it, and
I guess
I just saw that. Because I was going to see the times that we have for Saturday.
I guess I did, but
Whoa, we have a Saturday in person at 10 a.m. We have. Okay, it's the same one. I was like, wait. And then we have another in person at 1 p.m. on Saturday.
the virtual is at 5.
Okay, cool.
And then Sunday is like 10 or 11 or something. 11.
Yeah. Is that Alicia's?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
One of Chloe's friends is going to interview for Victims' Voices on Sunday, so we're excited about that.
I think she has a lot of knowledge. I think that
She's a trafficking survivor.
she does a lot. What advocacy? Like
She owns a nonprofit and does a lot of advocacy for and education for trafficking.
and police departments. I saw one of her
Trauma
things.
informed education for police departments and things like that.
I think that we're gonna have be picking her brain a lot. I think that she already said that she would love to collab and
Take us under her wing.
basically, and everything that we want to do, it's huge because she's been building this for a long time, ever since I can remember. So yeah, we're really excited to. I've known her for a while. We've never spoken about anything really. We just kind of been in a powerful women's group before in Florida, so yeah, I'm excited to understand what she does and see how we can help each other and help everybody else. So I'm excited.
If you guys want to listen or watch the Victims' Voices episodes, they're on Spotify and YT. So you can watch on YT, listen on Spotify. I'm actually going to start, I think, trying to put some video into Spotify. I just don't know exactly how. I'm not navigating that yet.
So I'm genuinely curious, out of everybody here, there's 15 people in here. Do you guys listen to us on YT? Do you listen to our episodes on Spotify or Apple Podcast? Or you don't even listen to our podcast at all? I'm just curious. Kayla's everywhere. Also, if you guys don't know, and I'm saying this because not a lot of people do know. Well, there are some people who don't know. I won't say a lot. I was going to say, if you have an iPhone, you get all the podcasts for free on Apple Podcast. You have your little Apple Podcast, the purple icon. It automatically comes on your iPhone, and you can listen to podcasts for free. And we're on there. So if you guys have an iPhone and you like podcasts, you should go to your apps and go check out Apple Podcast. It's a purple icon. Click it and you can search any podcast you want. And you listen to them all for free.
As soon as we post it on Spotify, it automatically uploads to Apple. So
And
it's in both places.
We actually get a good amount of views from Apple Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is because it's free. A lot of people are that's how I always
Speaking
listen
of,
to.
if you're a super fan,
Oh.
the episode that we recorded on Wednesday with the super fans, let me check it because it's been going up all day. It now has 242 streams and downloads, and that's just from Wednesday. So it's a really good episode. It's Ashley Oakland, and if you didn't listen to it yet, you should. It's a pretty good one. Pretty good one. And then if you want to see the bloopers, they do get uploaded to YT after. But if you are a super fan, you get to be there when it's happening.
Yeah. I think you're able to become a super fan if you want. I think you can preview us on Wednesdays, and then I don't know how long the preview is. Though.
It gives you a preview, but I don't know how long it is.
A couple minutes or something, and then you can
Maybe
become a super
11
fan.
seconds, because I know when I post subscriber videos, it gives them 11 seconds to preview.
Oh, 1 minute. Carrie said 1 minute.
1 minute's better.
Carrie, why you on there watching us for 1 minute? All right, bye bye.
I was thinking 11 seconds, so that's better than what I was thinking.
I can see 11 seconds of a video.
Yeah.
I can see live.
When I post subscriber videos, it always gives 11 seconds. That would be more than 11.
Yes, and then cry.
But yeah, that recording of the podcast gets uploaded to YT, so it's all the bloopers and everything still there.
Yeah.
But that is it. We put a bunch of new stuff in there for subs and super fans, so I'm excited about that. And since we're doing Savannah Soto this week for the podcast, all of the research and documents and everything for her will go in the Discord too.
Yep.
But yeah, so we didn't do oh my god, sorry guys. I was trying to scroll. What happened?
Press the wrong scroll bar.
Oh no. Since we didn't do the rest of these cases, we still have Savannah to talk about next time, obviously on Wednesday.
Which I'll have more information on that too, because I'm actually going to go watch that too.
And that's going to be our podcast. And then Barry and Honey Sherman, I'm very interested in. And then maybe we can come back with more on Jennifer Kessie. And then Huckleberry said that Anaya,
Mm-hmm.
we still haven't done that one, so we'll pull that one too.
Do we have that one right now? Okay.
It's on the Google Keep.
Okay.
I actually had forgotten, so I'm glad they reminded me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're going to get off of here and finish editing that Victims Voices episode and get it
I want to
posted
get a tattoo.
for you guys. And then,
Go get a tattoo.
no, but we'll be back on Wednesday. No tattoos.
Come back with a whole new sleeve. Have a good night.
Thanks for hanging out with
What's on the R
us.
behind you? So Kayla actually had this made for us. Kayla had this made for us.
Super fan Kayla in the house.
So it's got all these cool things. It's got like a, I don't even know how to explain it. It's got like texture to it too. It's
Mhm.
really freaking cool. It's got our little logo on it. Oh, here. And it's got all these cool things, like all these crime things. And like, see our little handprints here. Oh, look. It says my show is on.
Kayla had it made for us and had it sent to us, so we got it in the mail.
Red flags never turn green.
And it's super cute.
Yeah. It's really cute. So yeah, Kayla had it made for us, and we freaking love it so much. It says in the middle, it says I'm basically a detective, because basically. And then, but I love it where it says my show is on. It's got us right there. It's so cute.
It's a little crooked now.
Is it? I can't say that. Oh,
Is that straight?
that's alright. Yeah, that looks good.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we appreciate you all every day, all the time. And thank you so much for coming to hang out with us.
Thanks for listening to Sean's story, and thanks for listening to Jennifer's story.
For sure. And we will come at you guys on Wednesday for the super fans, for our live recording on our podcast. But Carrie, I'm telling you, if you like podcasts, you should go look at, if you have an iPhone, go look at Apple Podcasts. Because, oh my gosh, you will have plenty of things to listen to. Because we have plenty of episodes on there right now. And you can tell us how it is. Come back and tell us how it is. Or if you have Spotify. You don't have an iPhone, Carrie? Oh, Lord. Okay, I got Android. What are you doing Android?
I don't know. Maybe we need to figure that out so we can upload it somewhere else.
What do they do on Android?
Is it iHeart? Or no? 'cause that's just an
iHeartRadio?
app.
iHeartRadio?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought that was like a country thing.
No.
Oh. I thought that was like only what I heard in the South on the radio. Only from iHeartRadio.
No, they have an app that has podcasts.
Or like Caleb or something. What was I doing? Oh yeah. What's the podcast app for Android?
Then yes. Well, I know they have Google Play, but I don't think that's...
I want to say what's the free podcast app, because they have to have a free option too, right?
We just take phone calls on Android.
Ooh.
You said what you do.
She said we just take phone calls. We got that.
Um,
We got that boop 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 boop. That dial up, bro. Let's see.
I mean, I think you can use Spotify on anything.
Yeah, but Spotify you pay.
It's not free. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, they do have a free version, but I don't know if that includes podcasts.
Oh. So one says the best free podcast apps for Android include Antenna Pod.
Somebody says Prime Video has podcasts. Oh, well, maybe we should make sure that our podcast is on those too. We're missing everyone that has an Android.
I know. This one says Antenna Pod. It says,
Hi, watching from London,
Hello.
England. Wow,
have you done the case with Shelby Thornburg? No.
we haven't.
Let me look it up really quick.
Should we add that to our list? She's looking it up and I'm adding it.
Okay. It's from 2015. Let me look it up.
Is it Thornburg?
Mm-hmm. Thornburg. Okay, so this is coming out of Houston, Texas. November 4th, 2015, at approximately 9 p.m., Shelby Thornburg was unalived inside of her apartment located in 7500 block of Bel Air Boulevard in Houston, Texas. She was pronounced unalive at the scene by EMS from an injury caused by an unknown sharp object. The victim is believed to have met with an unknown white male suspect prior to her unaliving. Video surveillance cameras captured image of the suspect arriving and leaving the victim's apartment during the time she was unalived. Investigators believed this individual might be related to the incident. Okay. How in the hell? They have the person coming in and leaving. How?
Missy Beavers.
Oh my god, I can't. And this is Texas. This is
And
Houston.
it's Texas, yeah. I just added that one to our list.
Yeah, because I'm
that
gonna
one too.
I want to pull that surveillance too. I want to look at that too.
But also, what I was saying about there's an update on the one. What one?
What one? Kayla, what one? Of course, Sue. We still gonna look into it. I just wanted to get myself familiar with what it was, but I like that.
What was I saying? I was saying
For sure.
something, and then Kayla caught me off guard.
I don't know. I forgot.
I was about to say something. Oh, the subspace in the Discord. So the idea with the community case is that everybody that's in there can work on the case and like research it, put their stuff in there, and then if we actually find an answer, then we can put it together in like I can put it together in like a case file and turn it into authorities. So we want to actually figure it out
Let's solve these cases.
together.
Yeah.
And that's why Missy Beavers is in there first, because please. I don't know which one. Oh.
Ellen
Ellen
Greenberg? Ellen Greenberg? Don't play.
Mhm.
Bet. Hold on a second. Where'd you see this at? What's the updates?
Well, I know that they were moving it to a different county. Oh, she's asking if there was. So,
Kayla.
as far as having it reopened, no, they made the same ruling again. But they had said recently, I'm trying to look.
I just reminded myself of Moira off of Schitt's Creek.
They opened a federal investigation in January of 2026, and they were requesting documents and information on the Ellen Greenberg case. So basically, investigating the investigation. It's a probe, and they're focusing on how the Philadelphia agencies handled the case. Subpoenas were issued to various entities and Ellen's parents. Sandy and Josh Greenberg expressed being thrilled and hopeful for justice after 15 years. But that's the only update. So they did rule it as self-unaliving again after opening it last time, but now the FBI said no, now we're going to probe it. So they're probing it.
Hi, Eva. How are you?
Hi, Eva. All right, we're going to get off of here now and get a sweet treat and work on an episode.
I do need to finish editing that episode.
So hopefully we can post Lindsay's episode tonight or tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes. Tonight.
See you for 1 minute on Wednesday.
Carrie, we're going to let you know. We're going to figure out how to get you your Android hooked up, okay, to the podcast.
500 comments to our live. What, Eva?
Eva, I was just saying. Sam, hello. How are you, sweet Sam?
Hey, Sam.
Eva, we were just saying, like, our podcast is on Apple, Spotify, and YT.
I want a sweet treat.
All right, what do you want?
Dairy Queen closes in 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Okay. It looks like we're going to Dairy Queen. All right, love you guys. You guys are fabulous, and thank you so much for being here and supporting us all the time. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for listening to the stories that go unheard.
And remember, red
Red
flags never lie.
And if you haven't yet, go listen to the Ashley Oakland episode on Spotify.
It's so
It's so
good.
good.
Yes.
It's really good. Good night, guys. We'll see you on Wednesday. And Friday, we'll be driving around Denver in the car listening for crimes with camera holders that work. That'll be fabulous. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find the button.
Oh my, it's at the bottom. Oh
Where?
my god. Oh my god.
Okay, good night, guys. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Get gas first. Got you.